Hello everyone. If you like what I'm doing here, please consider subscribing, liking, and commenting. It would really help the channel out quite a bit. Thank you very much.
Hello, Graveyard Talkers, and welcome to another episode of Graveyard Talking. Today, finally, the sun is out. I don't have to wear my big jacket, sweatshirt. It's only in the 50s, but the sun is pretty hot down here in New Orleans. And today we're coming from Greenwood Cemetery in Metairie, just outside of New Orleans. 107,000 spirits are in this particular cemetery. Section that we're at is in the back, and it is a newer section. I've seen a lot of crypts here from, I don't know if you call them mausoleums or crypts down here, but burial vaults here. There's one here in 98, 2004, 2003, 1986. So while they're not very old, they've definitely been here for a while. About 15 people of notoriety buried here of one sort or another. A couple actors are buried here. One I recognize the face, don't recognize the name. The other one I don't recognize at all. B-roll actors probably. But anyways, we're here. Hopefully we can get some really good spirit talking here. So for the spirits here, my name is Randy. My dog's name is Topa. She won't bother you, and neither will I. And I've got two devices here in front of me. Most of the people in this area probably know a little bit about it. Maybe not Dominic there that was passed away in 1986, but I have a cell phone. I'm sure Dominic knows what a speaker is. And through the cell phone, you can talk to me, and your voice, or a recreation of your voice, will come to the speaker. So not only myself, but everybody who watches my channel on a thing called YouTube. Many of you don't know what YouTube is. Just consider it a television or a film, a movie, kind of, sort of, documentary. Anyways, they can hear what you have to say. So if you have a story that you'd like to get out, if you have questions you'd like to ask, I do have my list of questions with me, 1 through 18. They finally dried out enough that I could bring them back out. They're worse for wear and in shape, so I can get back and print some new ones. But if you have any questions that you would like to ask me, you certainly can ask me. And when I do ask you for a question off the paper that for me to ask you, it's 1 through 18. And then I will ask you that question. Hopefully we can have a good conversation with that. So with that, we'll get rocking and rolling. I'll turn everything up, make sure we have power on everything. And again, my name is Randy, and I'd love to hear your stories. So the sun is finally shining on New Orleans after about a week of rain. I see an Edward Tyroff behind me was the United States Marine Corps. By the looks of it, he was in World War II. So here we are in Greenwood Cemetery. And boy, there are a lot of burials here. As you can see down, this is just one row. There's at least 3 more over this way, and I don't know, about 30 over that way. So definitely a lot of souls buried here. Would somebody like to reach out and talk to me? Well, I heard somebody say over here. A woman's voice come through, said over here. Who said over here? Can you give me your name? So I did hear June as soon as I turned it on. There is a Jean here. I don't see a June. Was that June? Did somebody come through with the name June? Heard that's me. June, where are you as far as where I am sitting? Can you see me, June? And if you can see me, where am I compared to where you are? So New Orleans, is really a complete and different culture than anywhere else in the country. I lived here for several years back in the '80s, and can I see I have Clement Smith was in the United States Coast Guard, and from the age that I see, probably during World War II. So Clement, are you here? Are you here listening? And if you are, would you like to talk to us? So Clement, can you tell me what ship you were stationed on in the United States Coast Guard, or where you were stationed? I heard Dallas in there somehow. I don't know. Is there a U.S. Coast Guard stationed in Dallas? I wouldn't think so. Okay, so I heard "trust me" in there. So maybe there was an office there. I know the Marine Corps has offices all over the place, and not just recruiting offices, but business offices all over the place. And who would think, So, what do you guys feel about New Orleans cemeteries? They're kind of a touristy area. This is where a lot of tourists come from or come to. What do you all think about the tourists coming here? Is it okay? Is it all right that people like me? Now I'm from the north, lived here in New Orleans for a few years in the '80s. Do you mind the tourists coming here and visiting you? Was that? It's strange, man. So why would it be strange that tourists would come to visit here? Yes. All right. Well, I think most tourists who come to this area, of course, you don't get as much as across the street at Metairie. Does that bother you that you do or you don't get as many visitors here as across the street at Metairie Cemetery? Yeah. All right. So what I do have is I do have my trusty questionnaire here. Question 1 through 18. One of you want to come through and yell out a number 1 through 18, and I'll read that question to you and let you answer it. So let's go. Who would like to shout out a number? And I'll correlate that number with the question that I have on my rain-soaked paper, and we'll see if we can ask you a question. All right, way down low, I heard 7. So let's see. Let me get my trusty paper out here, and you can see it's pretty shot. Question 7. Question 7 is: can you attach yourself to a person and follow them around? If you find a person that you like, whether it's a relative or maybe someone like me who's sitting here in front of you, can you attach yourself to that person and follow them around for a while? Sound like I heard use them. So if that was use them, how would you attach yourself to a person, follow them around, and use them? I heard in that watch, maybe they meant they were watching what happened through their eyes or something. So if you attached yourself to a person, would you let that person know that you were there? Why? So why? I guess if you're going to use someone, maybe you should ask their permission. Um, I have no problem with a spirit using me, however that would be, as long as it was a good spirit. But I certainly would like to know that you're using my body or my energy or attached to me. I think it would be something good, for you to mention. I think it would be good for you to mention, somehow get through to me that you're doing that. All right. So I just heard you sound like an asshole. Not you. So then I guess my next question would be, has anybody here actually done that? Have you attached yourself to a human and stayed with them? I should say a living being, and stayed with them. And if so, for how long? Or they deserve it, and then no. Do you mean they deserve it as in a evil way, a mean way? So are you telling me that you would use somebody's energy body to follow them, to attach to them without their knowledge? Is that what you're saying? That you wouldn't let them know?
What I think, like, different topics. This is why
This is why something, I didn't hear the rest of it. This is why what?
But please have you something. Here's Andy.
So in a couple of days, I'm going to be going back on an airplane. Are you able to attach yourself to me so you can travel on an airplane with me? I heard I intend to.
Maybe
All right, who needs help? Who said help? And tell me why you need help.
So no.
So you need help, and then I heard in there air. So are you referring to breathing? So I don't think as a spirit, you breathe air. Do you?
My car. That's it. I'm stuck.
All right, so if we go back to the question as attaching yourself to a human, can somebody tell me what they've done when they've attached themselves to a human, where you went, what you done? So somebody said it was terrible. Did the experience that you have when you attached yourself to somebody, it was horrible? And if it was, in what way?
What? Just hitting.
I heard magic in there. So somebody thought it was magic, apparently. Got out. So let me ask you, when you attach yourself to someone, do you attach yourself just as you're following them around? or do you attach yourself by like taking over their body or housing yourself in their body?
Ether. Okay. That's no one go. Well, what's that right?
All right, well, we'll try to pull out what they might have said because I'm curious as to whether if if when they attach themselves to somebody, if they're just like hanging on to their coattails or if they somehow enter the person's body, because that's what I got. That seems to be what I got was here they enter the person's psyche, or I don't know. I don't know. I wish you could tell me how you attach yourself to somebody. Alrighty, so I picked the back of the cemetery here, so it would be a little bit less traveled, but got a lot of maintenance workers back here. So I'm going to let the speaker run for a minute and see what you all have to say, what you would like to say. And I'm going to walk around at a couple crypts here and see if I can't find Tune, see if I can't find June.
Good. Pieces. And there's no swimming. Yes.
Okay, so I couldn't find a June, but I did find a Gene, and as I said earlier, I found a Gene, and then I found another Gene right behind him. Is there a Gene that would like to talk to us? Gene J or Gene Albadet? So Gene J passed away in 2006, and the other Gene passed away in 2010. I heard something, they're there or we're there. Is either one of the Genes here who would like to talk to us?
Well,
All right, well, I'd really like to know one of the Genes, if you can, Gene J or Gene Alba. Maybe it's Alberti. Boy, it's French, and I'm probably destroying it. My apologies. But would you like to talk to us? Ask us a question. Maybe you can tell us what you did. What did you do while you were alive?
you know, my car.
Human.
Correct. I want to.
I think it's about time we cut this one short, head over to another part of the cemetery. I want to get at least another one in here before I leave here for permanent. I'll leave tomorrow. Of course, when you see this, guys, it'll probably be a couple weeks ago. But I leave tomorrow on the airlines, so I'd like to get as many in as I can today at different cemeteries, so that I have some of the bang for you. Hopefully, we find something very intriguing that they had to say. So with that, we'll leave it at that. And as always, if you like what we do, consider liking, leaving a comment, and of course, the all-important subscribe. And remember, you're here to find out what they had to say, not what I have to say. So it's important that when we have the spirit box turned on, that you're able to hear what they have to say and not just what I have to say. They talk underneath between each other and to me, even though I don't hear them. So with that, I'll see you on the next one.